Carvey has been in that aren't comedies?
Movies that he's been in that are not comedies.
Yes.
I don't
Are
know.
there any?
I don't know if any exist, and I can't know that, or I won't know that until I look it up.
Yes. And of course, on this program, we keep it wrong. Because I'm thinking, like Steve Carell, for example, has been in films where he is playing a serious character and not, he
Right.
can be funny and he can also be, he started out as a comedian. Of course, we have dramatic actors who can go the other way and be funny as well. Oh, I've got it. Well, sort of. Okay. The Road to Wellville. We could call that a dark comedy, right? Have you seen the Road to
I have
Wellville?
not seen it. I have not seen The Road to Wellville.
It is a comedy, I would say, but it is played straight, kind of like all of the characters, although larger than life and a little, you know, goofy and a little dark, right? It's all in there, but it's being played more serious than a lot of his other film roles.
Oh, it's a Carell vehicle.
No, 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 no. No, sorry. I was thinking of Stephen Carell,
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. We could talk about his films where I was just thinking of different film films that starred comedic actors that were serious or that starred normally serious actors but are funny.
Yeah.
Famously, the Naked Gun series started that way. The Road to Wellville is the Dana Carvey vehicle where I've seen him
Uh,
play. He's playing a character, but and and it is technically a comedy, but he's playing the character straight, if that makes sense.
I've
Like,
seen a lot of interviews with people, and I also like back in the day when I also listened to DVD audio commentaries, and the consensus amongst filmmakers is that it seems like an easier lift for comedians to go and be a good dramatic actor. The most recent example of this I can think of is Catherine O'Hara in the latest season of The Last of Us. She played
oh,
Joel's therapist, and it was a very dramatic role. But Catherine O'Hara, a famously, funny person.
yes,
Like
yeah.
at the same time, she was also in The Studio, where she played this offbeat character, right? But she's a very down to
Yes.
earth, very serious character in The Last of Us season 2.
I'm trying to think of well, obviously Robin Williams, right?
Yeah.
In the latter parts of his career, he played some I'm
He
thinking 1 Hour Photo
he got an
famously was
Oscar for
disturbing.
Good Will Hunting, didn't
Hmm.
he? Or was that, or did he get his Oscar for Dead Poet Society?
I don't know.
Either one of those,
Oh,
though,
surprisingly enough,
a
I
good
don't know a
example.
lot about Robin Williams' career, even though I was a big Mork head, or
A
whatever they called them.
Morkophile,
Yeah, at the when I was a kid.
yeah,
Yeah,
Shazbot.
of course, and a big fan of cocaine. Now, come on. I wasn't a big fan of
this
cocaine as a
this may be
child
the cocaine
nor as an
talking,
adult.
but I love cocaine.
this 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 may be the cocaine talking, but hello, I'm the cocaine. Ben and I famously, oh, this is great. I just listened to a behind the scenes of Hello from the Magic Tavern, starring a friend and former classmate Matt Young, famously plays Usador the Blue on Hello from the Magic Tavern. They had a behind the scenes thing, and one of his other, they're like three main folks, and Arnie Niekamp, who you may know as the worker behind all the Jackbox games. Uh, he puts those together. Um, I have never met him, but I am a fan of his work. Anyway, he talked about how he was hanging out with these kind of, you know, like celebrity folks, and they were eating cookies and drinking tea. And the guy who introduced this concept to it, like invited him along, said, "Hey, you want to get in some trouble?" And so he didn't know what he was in for, and then it was all eating cookies and drinking tea, and it makes me think of, you know, famously. Well, people don't know this, but
It was
GudeLaurance party uh, doesn't happen. In general, we're not party goers, we're not party throwers. We don't have that decadent of a lifestyle. If
no.
people had booked us, our writer would have been very reasonable as far as what.
What
Well, I think
needed to be provided to us to
we'd
attend,
probably do something
provide your function?
funny. You know, I don't know. Like there has to be a small article. Oh yeah, Ben and I have been showing each other what we're drinking without saying it. I'm drinking A&W Ice Cream Sundae Zero Sugar. As you know, my hookup at the Jewel by my house dried up. There was no more.
No,
But
no.
Pete's, which is around me as well,
Uh,
had it. Can
I
I say,
I'm
Ben,
rocking a
I am
Waterloo black cherry,
mm,
naturally
yes,
flavored, with other natural flavors, sparkling water.
naturally flavored with natural flavors. It's
With other
again,
natural flavors. So
I am
there's black
concerned.
cherries and other.
Yeah. So I had to be like real autistic uh for the past couple of days, so I took as many Tylenol as I could find. A joke, of course, for current
Aceta,
news.
a C, help me out. How do you say this?
What's that?
Yeah, Dear Leader had a problem saying acetaminophen during the press release where
Oh,
he was lambasting it.
he should have listened to more Jack White, who has been very critical of the president, I should say. But acetaminophen, you'll see the medicine, oh girl, I believe is how it
Yeah.
goes. I like Jack White a lot, Ben. Have you heard his newest song that's been
I have
getting
not
radio
paid attention
play?
to his musical career after the White Stripes disbanded.
Oh, it's called
And even
Disband.
when he
Isn't
was
that
with the White
interesting?
Stripes, it was only on the periphery of my
Yeah.
musical taste. Nah, I
He
like them, but
has,
that's not right. They're on the periphery of my like musical like obsessions.
I think it's called The Archbishop Harold Holmes is the new song, and I really like it. Do I own it? No, I do not.
I will say I like to go to baseball games, and something that has happened across all of Major League Baseball, and
I
not just in my own hometown, is a rallying theme for the
mm.
home team are the opening chords of Seven Nation Army.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a stadium anthem now.
Do do
Uh,
do do do
I just
do
have a thing
do.
in my head I have to say. I like to go to baseball names so I can say their baseball names. Wait, did I say baseball names the
You said
first time?
names twice.
Damn. I like to go to baseball games so I can say their baseball names.
Speaking of baseball, I'm just going to put
White
a little
Sox.
plug out. The Seattle Mariners last night clinched AL West, and Cal Raleigh hit home runs number 59 and 60, the most home runs hit in a single season by a primary catcher. It was an amazing game yesterday. I wish I could have gone, but I saw the end of it.
Ben, that is amazing. The White Sox also are a baseball team. Um,
They are definitely one of the baseball teams in the major leagues.
they are my favorite baseball team.
And the
Uh,
Popes.
because I have to have them as my favorite baseball team because I live so close to their stadium.
Yeah, you can see it
Oh,
from the red line, right? As you're going into town?
yes, you can. There's a stop right there.
Yeah. There's a
So
stop on my train, too. I believe it is the blue line? No, the green line? I don't remember.
I don't know what it is that I was looking up something because
Keep
there
it
was something I
wrong,
was going to
Paul.
tell you and I forgot what it was. It
Did it
probably
have to
doesn't
do with
matter.
any Jack White property? Because that's kind of where
Oh
this
no, I remember.
the
Thank you.
conversation kind of
Yes,
got derailed.
this is what I was going to talk about. In new things, clipping my band that I like clipping. Member of
Yeah.
clipping, of course, did the music for a Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
to which I appeared as a talking head. Well, not a talking head, more of a robot
An
lion
animated head.
animated. So anyway, they have a album out called Dead Channel Sky Plus. It came out just recently.
Is it
When I
the
say just recently,
same singer, the
2024.
guy from Hamilton, whose name I'm trying to
Yes,
recall?
David Diggs.
David Diggs, that's it.
Yep. And then so I just got that. Um, I just got a lot of stuff by Kenny Hoopla, who
Did you go on an
is
iTunes
from
buying
Ohio.
spree?
Well, this is for a while, like over.
Oh, I
This
see.
is months.
Yeah.
The Irrepressibles EP of "In This Shirt." "In This Shirt" is a great song. I might have mentioned it to you already because there's a crazy video for it of a live performance. That's one of the best things I've seen recently. Speaker of Soil by Varisonis, who I may or may not get that right. A bunch of De La Soul that I used to have on CD that got stolen when I was working at Amazon.com
Oh
by
no.
a
Charge them.
someone. Um, it is interesting. A lot of stuff was stuff that I had bought from the company, so it felt a little weird, like sort of an inside job. Sinners soundtrack, and then finally Brass Against, the first album.
Yay. That's a good
My
one.
plan is,
I think I
yeah, my
recommended
plan
that.
is to get a new, yeah, that's how far back this goes. So find out, search the audio, find out when Ben suggested that
I
album,
I just
and
looked
then
back.
because I bought it like that day, I
You said
think.
you were going to, yeah. I just
Yeah.
looked back at my iTunes, and the last album I bought was soon after Ozzy Osbourne passed away. I bought Paranoid, the album by Black Sabbath.
Um, I have an idea of a like a 1980s East German techno band that does Black Sabbath covers called, get ready for it, Stasi Osborne. Are you listening, Steven? This is a joke for you. It's also a joke for Jennifer, but she doesn't listen anymore. I think we should
Oh,
do that, Ben. Uh,
Stasi
if
Osbourne.
we ever get back to doing
It's like
music, yeah,
Weimar Black Sabbath.
it's like oh god, what's her name? Kraftwerk, Black Sabbath. But I don't know. Kraftwerk might be West Germany. Hmm. It's where history and geography meet. Two things I don't know about. Occasionally, I think about knowing more about history and geography, but here's the thing, Ben. I crossed so many different realities due to the Mandela effect that I just wouldn't be able to keep them all coherent. So I just forget.
I
Okay,
was
Ben.
I'm you can see that I'm looking down. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking to see if Catherine has commented at all in last
Hmm.
week's episode. But no, it was just about we talked about how Chop became Chaz and how
Hmm.
Chaz was a weaker name, but a more like accurate
Yeah.
acronym for the autonomous zone once it became an
Hmm.
autonomous zone and no longer a protest. But that was it.
Um, I thought of something, Ben, that I don't know if I want to bring up, but it would be interesting to mention.
You want to save it for the special
So
Patreon only post show discussion?
that is only between you and us. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and it's one of those things where I think I'm on the right side of the discussion, but even broaching the discussion is problematic, if
I
that
don't
makes
want to
sense.
sound racist, but
I don't want to sound racist, but racism exists. Uh, no, well, okay, I can say this. Uh, I'll save the other thing from for later, right? I'll save the other
okay.
part for later. Um, and just remind me of this, and then I'll be able to
Oh, geez.
say it. When I travel to a new dimension, I can stop by a grocery store and get kind of the lay of the land just by looking at products. Just remind me of that, and then I'll tell you the other part. Um, so, but the other thing I was going to say is, I'm adopted, uh, but I was raised from an infant in that adopted family. So this is my, my major number one family,
Right.
and
Your Lutheran minister adoptive
my
father.
my adopted father is a doctor, say sacred theology from the Missouri Lutheran Synod, uh, and was talking to him yesterday about something else, and he made a statement while I was talking to him that I found uh, extremely, yeah, it. I was going to say extremely off-brand, but it just let me know that maybe the brand I think he has isn't the brand that he has, and I
Okay.
haven't been, 100%. Like I've been operating under assumptions, perhaps. What he said to me was, "Well, Paul, you have to understand that the United States has never really been a moral country. I mean, look what happened to the Native Americans," is what he said to me.
Right.
That is that is what he said. And I was like,
A lot of which happened before we were the United States.
I did not expect him to mention something like that. And the
Yeah.
reason that he even mentioned it is because he was also talking about how, well, I don't want to. Here's the thing. This is interesting. I'm, you know, not even willing to say what I think sometimes. I don't know if I have his permission to say what he thinks. But he said something that I thought was very progressive.
Oh. Which is
And then
not
and I
which is
and I
off brand for your Lutheran minister
off
father.
brand for the Lutheran Missouri Synod in general.
Yeah.
Um, not off brand for what's in their literature, but off brand for what a lot of the people do. So it may be. I mean, this is the big reason why I had, my aha moment. It was, we've talked about this before. It's the "Are we the baddies" thing.
Yeah.
I was looking around at what everybody was doing, and I'm like, hey, wait a second. By the rubric that you have created, and I think I'm using the word rubric correctly, you are not being good people right now. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a wonderful little interesting wake up call in
That
that way.
your father at least has more depth to his convictions than
Yeah.
you assumed.
I felt this way. I walked in one time to the living room. My mother slash stepmother, she I had an adopted mother, I had a biological mother, and then I have my
Yeah.
mother. Again, one of those things where I was in second grade when my dad got married to her, so pretty much she's mom,
For
right?
all
That's
intents and purposes.
so so she's a piano teacher. I was hearing piano, walk into the living room, and it's my dad playing the
Mm.
piano. As far as I knew, my dad never played piano. And so I was like, what is happening? And he's like, what? And I'm like, okay, never mind. That just one of these things of like hidden depths.
Yeah.
Of course, when I was a kid, oh, I don't even know if I can mention this. Sure, why not? Because it's not, I mean, it's a delusion, right? I thought that he was an assassin.
I think you have mentioned that before.
Because he really cared about his physical
Right.
health,
Well,
ran
it's the
every day,
vessel that
push ups,
God
so
gave
that
you. Take care of it.
was able to fix anything, knew about guns,
And was a
and then I
hell of a shot
realized,
across the range.
oh wait, he's just he's just a man who grew up in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, back when self-sufficiency and
Right.
stuff like that were the order of the day, as opposed to now where I'm a cog in a machine and can't really do anything else. Which is fine. I don't mind it.
I could change
Uh,
my own oil in my car. I don't want to, so I pay someone else to do it. But I
yeah, see,
could
you could change the oil in my car
if I needed
too.
to.
That's the thing. There's so many things because we're a member of a community. And I could. This is the thing is, I don't know if there's anything I can do that you can't for you that you can't do for yourself.
Can you do stuff
Um,
for me that I don't want to do myself?
yes, that's my main function. And here's the thing, I'm content to do things that other people don't want to do. Hey, Paul, can you put, all this stuff into this spreadsheet? There's no way to automate it because it's all written down on a printed piece of paper. Someone has to type it in by
Right.
hand because the scanner won't pick it up because it's handwriting. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god, I had a temp
I will do
job like
that.
that. That was literally that. I took it wasn't
Hmm.
handwritten, but I took a printout that somebody from across the room printed out a
Yep.
spreadsheet, and I had to put all these numbers from this printout of a piece of paper into and it wasn't even a spreadsheet. It was like I think it was like a proprietary bit of software. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like Excel or anything, but I had to like transfer what was probably from Excel into this thing because they
I
had
think
no
we talked
way to
about this.
automate it.
Um, we talked about this recently, I think even. At one
Have we?
point in time, uh, video games, right, could be pirated in this way. Someone prints out the code and then you type it in and then you have the game. In fact, magazines used to get permission from developers to print the code out
Hmm.
so that you could then make the game on your own.
Create your own emulator. It was yeah,
Mhm.
long back when like computers were like a relatively new household item.
Um, yeah, in fact, the hardware was all different. There was actually a drive that worked off of a cassette tape.
Yeah.
It would record. I mean, this is simplistic. It's not exactly what they did, but you could record dots and dashes for ones and zeros, and then play it to the computer, and then the computer could figure it out. I think about this a lot. That there's where technology is, and then there's where commercial technology is, and the two are not the same.
Well, the
You know,
development cycle
like
to get something commercially available is, you know,
yeah,
I'm assuming years is probably not that long.
exactly. One of the things that I like, speaking of Saturday Night Live, people who've gone on to make movies, was the what the video phone looked like in Austin Powers' past and what it looked like when he got to the future.
Oh, I don't. It's funny. This is the second time in as many days somebody has brought up Austin Powers. I'm like, I don't think I've
Well,
seen those movies since they came out.
yeah, in the video it made a strong impression on me. This part of it. Uh, in the 1970s, they had video phones that looked like what we're doing now,
Like
right?
TV
Smooth,
screens.
yeah, TV screens where people are talking.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the future, quote unquote, which is our present, and it's glitching out and it's doing all the stuff that doesn't happen in the movies because in the movies it's
Right.
made up.
Everything works.
Yes, exactly. Um, so Ben, we've been doing this for 500 episodes. We should mention it. We should talk about it
Yeah,
a little bit.
I totally forgot this was going to be number 500 until I created the YouTube page. I'm like, oh right, we talked about maybe doing something special. I certainly didn't arrange for anything special to happen.
Me neither. And isn't it apropos, really, if you think about it? I've talked to you about this before, but I'll mention it to the listener as well. When I go somewhere to visit, like if I'm going to visit a friend of mine, or my family, uh, I try not to go around a major holiday because a major holiday, there are other things going on, etc. In the same way, I like the fact actually that this is just a normal run-of-the-mill episode for this reason. If we have a guest, the guest shouldn't have to share space with it being the
Right.
500th episode. It should be the episode with that guest.
Yeah.
So, in that way, we haven't done anything wrong. Oh, did we talk about Richard Libertini in the last episode?
At the very end of the last episode, we did.
I I made it my mission to find that sketch, and I did.
Ah,
He was in a group called the Stewed Prunes.
the
And if
stewed
you look up,
prunes.
yep, if you look up the Stewed Prunes on YouTube, there is the Stewed Prunes. channel only has 3 videos. It's the Stewed Prunes doing something in like 2000 something, like a revival
Oh, that recently,
uh,
huh? Within the last
episode.
25 years, huh?
Well, that's when it was uploaded. I don't know when it was
Oh, yeah,
recorded.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Um, but 2000 something. Uh, and it's not the video that I saw, but it is the sketch that I saw, if that makes sense. So what I
Yeah,
saw was an earlier recording of the same sketch, but they
right.
did it, and it's great. And the reason that I'm bringing it up to you, Ben, this is apropos, guess. Um,
Please
you
welcome
and
to the
I,
podcast, Richard
yeah,
Libertini.
how is death? No, the thing that I realized is that you and I, what we do is not describable, right? You can't, it's not improv, quote unquote. It's not sketch,
What we do
but
on
it is,
stage?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is exactly what the Stewed Prunes do.
Okay.
It's really, it's like theater and sort of improv and sort of, sketch all kind of in a thing.
Well, now I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. We can say that they are retroactively an influence on us because I
Um,
think,
we unwittingly stole their style.
well, I don't know about that. We're a little bit like Hoyle and Sharp, but we don't actually mess with people in real life, so that doesn't count
While
either.
derivative of the stewed prunes, GudeLaurance are
Yes,
simply too goofy to hate.
Too Goofy to Hate is still, it's very much like Mostly Harmless. It's a
It's
great,
best pull quote we've ever gotten.
yeah. Do you
Of the
remember
like
who it's from?
5. um it was a stranger writer. I don't know who it was. I think it was no, I'm not gonna come up with the name. But it was a
I
review of Spin the Bottle from the Stranger.
I've only had one pull quote that I know of, and it's um, and I'm gonna get it wrong. This is a paraphrase of it. Uh, is lowered from the ceiling and annoyingly plays the banjo.
Yeah.
I love it very much. Okay, let's talk about something else. The elephant in the room. Uh, Balatro, Ben. Have you heard of it?
Uh Bolatro. I think I have, and only because I recalled the name because there's a sketch group out of Chicago called Lola Bolatro.
Really?
Yeah, and they gave they gave submissions to the Sketchfest Comedy Film Challenge a couple of years in a row. Gregory Zura is the guy who called us simply too goofy to hate
All right.
in The
Does he
Stranger.
live in Seattle still? Do you know?
I've never heard of this guy, so I have no idea.
This is what we're gonna do is we're gonna call him. Let's see here. Gregory.
Bolatro.
Gregory. Well, how do you spell his last name again?
Zura. Oh, this is you mentioned this, right? That's right, because it's this game you're playing.
How do you spell Zura?
ZUR Alpha.
Wow.
Good job,
Gregory
Zed.
Zura.
You're an alpha. Zed,
Oh,
Zed,
you know
baby.
what? I know this guy. And when I say I know this guy, I mean I've seen him. I've seen his face.
Did you look him up?
Yeah, he's a technical writer, UX writer, apparently. In LinkedIn, according to LinkedIn, anyway. But he used to work for The Stranger, anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Unless it's not who I'm thinking of, but I'm almost positive it is.
I mean, I found a Gregory Zura technical writer on LinkedIn.
Is that him?
I have no idea. I don't know what
Does
he
he
looks like.
look familiar to you?
Well, David Schmader's a connection, so that right there tells me that he's the same one. Although I don't see the stranger on his experience.
Wait a second. Ben.
Paul. He was a
Oh,
senior
okay, never
technical
mind.
writer for
Never mind.
Queenstar.
Wait, really? Driving instructor? What? No, that can't be right. Um, Driving engagement technical content. Okay,
Oh,
never mind.
driving engagement.
Yeah.
I got to start thinking about what to put on my LinkedIn soon.
Yeah. Let's see here. Does Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, I think what I could do is I could join his LinkedIn and then message him and say, "Hey, you gave us the best." No, I'm not going to do it. Too much engagement.
We've been
Um,
using your pull quote for nigh on a quarter century now.
yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, he's done us a
Your
great service.
tepid review of 5 minutes of a slideshow that we did at a cabaret in a dance studio that no
That
longer
was
exists on
one of the
Capitol
first things
Hill.
that we did, right?
Yeah.
Together. Did
It was one of the first. It wasn't, I don't know if it was in the top 5 or anything, but
Was it okay? Was it called Fast Cars and Loose Women?
uh
What was the
yeah, something like that.
because we did that before we were officially GudeLaurance, I
Yeah,
think.
that was a
But
pizza night performance.
yeah, but I counted as there were lights up on us. We had lights up
Oh yeah.
on it,
Yeah, no,
which is nice.
it's canon.
Yeah.
um
I think
or
it's
no, the very first thing was you improvised a story to slides from my family's archives.
yes.
That was at a spin the bottle, I believe, and that was
Wait,
on the
isn't that what they're
intelligence
or
set.
is that what he was reviewing?
No, he was
Or was he
reviewing This
reviewing
Is
This
Me,
Is
This
Me,
Is
This
My
Is My
House.
House?
Yeah.
Because
The first one, we
because
did it twice.
okay, yeah.
We
Because
we
I gotta say, the majority of slideshow content versus non-slideshow content was pretty high to his credit.
Yeah.
Um, but I think okay, so that was before the slideshow. The slideshow was before Fast Cars Loose Women.
What slideshow? The improv
The
slideshow?
first the improv slideshow.
Yeah, I believe that was the very
Okay,
first
that's
thing we
that's
did.
our first thing then for sure.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, that we were both participants in that. I think that went well, actually true. But
I'm going to look at the official record.
but I still really like the "We Don't Talk Anymore, You're Right" thing. I think the way that it happened was we were reading something else.
Nice Guys and Fast Women, that
Nice
was.
guys and fast women. And that's what it was, right? We don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's funny. I don't have improv slideshow on this list. I'm wondering.
Maybe
Uh,
it's before you count it from before. What is the first thing on the list?
it's Nice Guys and Fast Women on April 7th, 2001. But I
Well, yeah, I got into town in 1999, so we must have done
I'm gonna look at something else here. I'm gonna look at a
because
spreadsheet that I kept.
because I know we also did uh oatmeal.
Yeah, that was after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so improv slideshow, which isn't on the website, but I have it on my spreadsheet here, is I believe the first thing that you and I did together, and that was on June 2nd, 2000.
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
Yeah,
Although I would have been in Seattle for a year before then. Isn't
I'll
that
have to
crazy?
amend the website.
That's pretty crazy. And I like it.
25 years ago, quarter century, man.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, quarter century, Ben. Quarter Century Ben.
Drawn in quarter century Ben.
Oh, come on now. This is I can I tell this story? Mm,
Mask.
I better not. Let's save that one for later too.
I wore this T-shirt, this mask T-shirt, at
Oh,
last week while I was at the Puyallup Fair. I went to the Puyallup Fair, Paul,
yeah.
and some guy, some older dude who's probably my age, but he looked like my father.
Yep.
Said that he loved this cartoon and this toy line, and I said I did too, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
I weren't they gonna do a thing with it? Like, wasn't there a an idea of doing something like the Marvel Universe, but with like G.I. Joe? I think there are comic books that combine the G.I. Joe and Transformers world
Yeah,
together.
there are
Like that it's
crossovers.
part of the same universe. Is Mask part of that or not?
I have never seen a Mask comic, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. But I have
Yeah.
read
I
a
want to
number of
say
crossover comics. Like G.I. Joe and Transformers is one. There's a Star Trek crossover, but I can't remember who they met.
I know they met Doctor Who at
I
one
think I
point.
might
Or
have one
I mean
here.
the Doctor. I mean the Doctor, Ben. Oh
Knock
no.
knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
I'm not gonna do it. Doctor Who.
we already played that out in one of our videos.
Yes, we've done a lot. Okay, Ray Dryden is a writer for Mask who did a bunch of other stuff. Um, he is not listed as having anything coming out. I'm trying to see if there's a plan to reboot it. So far, I'm not seeing anything.
I mean, they're kind of. I don't remember like if there was any plot at all. I don't remember like the purpose of the cart, like what they were the mobile armored. No, they were the mobile. Mobile armored strategic command or something like that. Um,
Yes.
but was there? Did they fight? I can't remember who the bad guys were. Were they called like Helmet or something? They had the bad guys had another
Venom.
acronym.
Venom.
Venom?
Isn't that crazy?
Wasn't that GI Joe?
Wouldn't you think so? Cobra Commander, Venom. Yeah, but apparently in Mask, Venom is run by someone named Miles Mayhem.
Of course.
That is so weird, Ben.
I think though that maybe modern audiences would roll their eyes at the absurd types of suspension of disbelief you need to attain to believe that like a 1988 Camaro can fly if you just open its gull wing doors.
I got to say that what you would do is um, you'd have to have someone like a Taika Waititi directing it, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
He'll make it work.
Those were though some of my favorite toys when I was a kid. I actually had this.
Oh,
This character's name was Rhino.
yeah, it looks like Matt Tracker
Who drove the Camaro, I
is
believe.
is a G.I. Joe character from A Real American Hero and a Mask character from that series, it says.
Mm.
So maybe they really do have a close
They do occupy the same universe, I guess.
G.I. Joe Wave 11 Specialist Tracker
What
is what
are you on
they
the
call it.
GI Joe wiki?
Advanced Special Vehicle. Yep, looks like it. Hey, can we talk a little bit about G.I. Joe figurines or figures?
Action figures.
Yeah.
What about them?
Um, did you have them?
Uh, not Not really. I wasn't really big into GI Joe. I may have had a couple that I won like at a school bingo thing.
Okay, so I haven't talked about this to anyone in a really long time that I can remember. GI Joe action figures were far superior to Star Wars action figures and any other ones that I came across because they had a supreme amount of articulation.
Yeah.
Like Ben, this is I'm imagining it and remembering how because you had like a series of rubber bands that would keep them like moving and stuff. It was really
And the
I of course
joints,
took
yeah.
them apart.
Yeah.
But they were really something special. And I forgot how much joy I got out of like how much you could make them do things, how they would be able to be manipulated.
Put them into very precarious positions.
Yeah, I would say probably the best action figure that I came across when I was that age. Um, so I'm gonna look up Matt Tracker mask film because I could have sworn, Ben, that somebody there's currently no Matt Tracker mask film. However, a live action mask film starring Matt Tracker is in development with Paramount and Hasbro.
A live action mask film. All right. So that's
Yeah,
definitely going to
director F. Gary Gray.
be. I may have seen that name, but I don't remember. I don't know what this person has directed. Um,
Well, he was attached
I mean, if it's not Michael Bay, because
as
mass vehicles are somewhat transformer-ish, and you would definitely have to modernize the vehicles.
there is somebody named Matt Bremner or Chris Bremner. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Who
Chris.
has been hired to write it. Sorry, Chris. He's known for Bad Boys Ride or Die, The Man from Toronto, Bad Boys for Life. Um, Lots of Bad Boys.
How many bad boys are there?
He's okay, so he's writing apparently the Pink Panther. Looks like they're
How many
going to do
Pink
another.
Panthers are there?
He's got a bunch of things that he's writing. Um, I do not see
Hollywood
Mask listed as one
writer
of them.
for hire, so he's just got a bunch of things in development.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Let's see. Let's see. I'm. It would be great if I would do so many things I'm not supposed to be doing on the podcast.
Keep it wrong, Paul.
Yeah. So it looks like nothing related is in the works at the moment. The Man in the Iron Mask, though, was a thing that okay. Um, so close to ending Squid Game. We haven't yet, though. Jennifer and I haven't seen all of it yet, so no spoilers.
Are we talking
Um,
about the? I've only seen the first season. I just saw just like earlier this week that there are 2 more seasons. I knew there was at least one. I didn't
oh
realize there
yeah,
were two.
yeah. So yeah. Oh, and what is the movie? I mean, the TV show that we had talked about. Um, that is from the people that brought you Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, Pluribus by Vince Gilligan,
Pluribus.
starring Ray Seahorn.
Yes, Pluribus. I saw the teaser trailer for it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
And I was like, oh, please let it be something that I have access to, and it is. It's going to be on Apple TV
Speaking of Apple TV,
soon.
last night I watched the first episode of season 5 of Slow Horses. Have you seen Slow
Oh
Horses,
yeah, me
Paul?
too. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I was the one who told you about Slow Horses, Ben.
you probably
But
were.
yes, I have seen it. Yeah, and boo, what's it gonna be?
Gotta wait. Gotta wait
What's gonna
until
happen
next
and
Wednesday to
find
watch the
out.
next episode. But the
Yep.
new Peacemaker's on tonight, so there's that.
Oh, one of the channels that I don't have.
Oh, HBO.
Yeah,
Don't you know?
I know it's a good one.
It's not TV.
I was and let's see, I was just boycotting getting Hulu and Disney and FX because of the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing.
It's a whole thing.
Uh, Even though I didn't actually get it in the first place, like I had already dropped it. It was just like, oh, now I won't get it.
I
But
mean, just to add insult to injury for those of us who did not cancel our
yeah,
subscriptions out of boycott or out of protest, the
yeah.
price is going up.
Oh yeah, I didn't. The reason I dropped it before then, and the reason I did was because it was just too confusing. I was like, I can when I say too confusing, it was just um like, okay, well, I have this, but now I also have this, but do I have both of these? Or is this thing like
Yeah, Disney
it
is
should,
consuming Hulu, so I guess at some point
yeah.
Hulu is no longer, which is also kind of like something I don't like Apple TV doing because there's an Apple TV app which also like collects all of your subscriptions into one
Hmm.
place, which, I like knowing that this is on this, station, this
Yeah.
streaming service, this is on this streaming service.
So I don't know. I'm just gonna wait until things calm down a little bit, maybe. And also I this is also I have the Criterion Collection
Yeah.
channel or the Criterion channel. And so if ever I'm like, oh well, I should be able to do this, I'll be like, look, I finally saw Sorcerer, which is a great film. Um, Moving dynamite through a jungle in trucks. Very tension oriented. It's great.
Never heard of it.
But so what I was going to say is in pluribus, right?
Yeah.
Now, uh, potential spoilers,
Are you sure? I
but
want to
probably
watch this
not,
show, Paul.
but probably not spoilers. This is just me speculating something. Since it's Ray Seahorn, what? How do you pronounce her name? Ray.
Ray Seahorn.
Since it's Ray Seahorn, right? And Vince Gillian. Gillian?
Gilligan. Like Gilligan's
Gilligan.
Island.
Vince Gilligan. Since it's those two, there is going to be speculation that her character is actually her character
Kim
from Better
Wexler
Call Saul,
from
Kim Wexler from
Better
Better
Call
Call,
Saul.
Call
It's
Saul,
all in universe.
because she had in that show, um, like done cons with Jimmy.
Yeah.
So she's used
Got
to
off
like
on it.
having a different name, all that. So it is possible that we'll be introduced to her as a character named whoever,
Yeah.
but because she's been in there and because this is, the third thing, Breaking Bad was in the third thing that the third big series that
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah. He's on. She wasn't in
Uh,
Breaking Bad at all.
right. But she existed in the Breaking Bad universe.
Yeah.
So people are going to be interested in drawing those connections. And this is similar to at one point in time, David Lynch and Mark Frost had no plans to ever say who killed Laura Palmer. That was going to be a mystery.
It's an open-ended mystery.
And so here's the thing. I would love it if it is never addressed positively or negatively. Like
That
like
her character in Pluribus is Kim Wexler?
right, right. He should never neither of them should ever answer that question.
And I don't think they will because I don't think I think it is a completely different thing. I don't think it's
Well,
in
but
universe.
it's
They're two
really
different
easy to
companies.
say.
I don't think. I mean, he
Yeah.
may own the property for Breaking Bad and and Better Call Saul, but like he will probably need to get AMC's permission to make any Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul references in his new Apple TV show.
Right. So and this is what I'm saying. I think you and I are on the same page. I'm doing it from like a this would be very cool perspective. Uh, Absolutely nothing. So that if somebody wants to watch it and pretend like this is happening right after the events of Better Call Saul, and
Yeah.
it is Kim Wexler in a thing, then that's great. But the only way that it could be done is if there are no flashbacks to when this character was a child. If you just see what the person is doing and you move on from there. You see what the person is doing and you move on from you know what I mean.
Storytelling.
Oh,
Um,
shoot. I was just thinking about a show that that does a really good thing with time, a film, and I don't know if you've seen it yet. Did you see or have you any interest in seeing Weapons?
I have not seen Weapons yet,
Okay, I'm
but I
not going to
probably
tell
will
you.
watch it. It
Yeah,
comes
I'm
highly
not going to say
recommended.
anything about
Yeah.
it. I will instead tell you a funny anecdote so that you forget what I said before I asked you if you watch Weapons. Maybe I already talked about this. I was in the grocery store with Jennifer, and I said, "Oh, I forgot I bought Weapons." Uh, and, and she heard it, and she's like, "Okay, listen. When you are in a public place, saying, 'Oh, I forgot that I bought Weapons,' isn't necessarily the best
Right. Right.
thing to do." So we'll see. As you can see, maybe Ben, I am growing my beard back out here.
Oh,
It's getting
good.
slightly colder.
Couple days stubble there.
Yeah, getting slightly colder in the world. And one of the things that I really liked in the wintertime about having the beard is I didn't have to have a face covering at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grow the this part out again.
I just shaved this morning. My face is as
You're
smooth as something that's really
baby
smooth.
smooth. We talked about this a little bit, right? The shaving thing about the military that they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it still.
How it's I don't want to
Um,
sound racist, but
yeah,
that's
exactly.
racist.
I don't want to sound racist, but I am going to make a condition that is mostly affecting people of color into a reason to dismiss them from the military. That was part of what I was talking to. That was the thing that started that conversation.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess I could say it. He was like, um, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, I was like, yeah, it's crazy because what it's going to be is, and he said, well, you're going to lose a lot of the military, which is a danger if you're trying to set up a white ethno state. And and I was like, exactly. That's yeah. Hold on, sir. What and then I
Uh,
was like, yeah, yeah, but why are you saying that?
adjacent
Uh,
adjacent to all this news just came out today that Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has called all the top generals to Quantico next week, and this is unprecedented, and nobody knows why. Maybe it has something to do with
uh,
Venezuela. Maybe it has something to do with Russia. Nobody knows.
Probably
Maybe both.
gentlemen, and ladies, maybe, unsure. It is time that we officially declare war on the American people, is what I'm kidding. Listen, I
And start
served at the
bombing in five
pleasure
minutes.
of the president when I was in the military, and it didn't matter who the president was. So
You
it's
just
a
followed orders.
real interesting thing. Well, yeah. See, here's the thing. You have it's uh, is this a thing that would? How much time do we have left? Okay, 5 minutes.
Five
So we
minutes.
don't have time to get into it really, but basically this is the thing, right? Um, you have an obligation as a member of the military not to follow uh, unconstitutional orders. right? But also, as a member of the military, you do not have the same freedoms as a citizen of the United States who is not in the military. So it's a real weird situation.
Yeah.
And it actually illustrates problems that, I mean, maybe it's because I have that mindset because I was in the military for a while, but um it's incumbent on your superiors not to tell you to do something that is an illegal order, right? So the I was just following orders thing
You gotta
is not
pray
an
you have
excuse.
an ethical CO.
It's yeah, it's not. This is the thing that's crazy. It's this is maybe, one of those catch 22s. It's not a defense if you get in trouble for doing something, but it is an offense if you refuse an order and you can't prove that it was unlawful. So
Yeah.
it's really, again, are you a are you a human being or a soldier following orders? And the idea is that morally, ethically, you should be only following orders that are lawful,
Constitutional orders.
but following the chain of command is also important. So it's a real,
I mean, if
and surprisingly enough, we don't give our military uh, ethics or constitutional law training in general. So
are you talking about like your average soldier? I mean, I'm assuming
yeah,
those in higher
yeah. If
command have
you're
a
this is
foundation
yes,
of those.
this is the point. If you're a because people are saying again, I don't want to get too much into it, but when a military unit is deployed on the streets of the United States, and somebody protesting says, you don't have to follow your orders if they're unconstitutional. When they're saying that, it's like me saying to you, Ben, um, you should you should be cognizant of how much forthright, institutionalized bake making you incur before you start to think about shunting the prolapse. Like it's all
I have
words,
no idea what the
right?
hell
And
you're
it
saying.
is English, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's probably the point.
exactly. So yeah, you say to somebody, "Hey, you don't have to follow unconstitutional orders. You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution." But they're like, "Yeah, there's also the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and me being deployed here and having to go here, I could be court-martialed if I'm not here. And if I say I don't want to, this is the whole thing about conscientious objection.
Yeah.
The people that did that during wartime, they didn't have an easy time of it. It wasn't like real clear
They didn't
how they
get to
should
go
do what they do.
home and enjoy their peaceful time without
Oftentimes not.
warring.
Oftentimes you
Without
you did
warring.
not have that happen. So I mean, there are lawyers who advise people on this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very, very
And
complicated.
I,
So
I wouldn't put it past this administration to say, well, you don't think our laws are constitutional, then we're just going to change the constitution to
here,
conform with
when
what we want the law to be.
when are all the generals supposed to go and talk to him?
Next week sometime. I don't know the
Because you know
exact
what else
time.
was
I'm not
supposed to
invited.
happen? The government shutdown thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if it's hey, if the government shuts down, you guys need to step in. I wonder if that's what it is.
Maybe, who knows? Oh,
Um,
also, I forgot to say at the top of the show, congratulations on not being raptured.
oh yeah. Well, I have a healthy degree of atheism. I don't use it all the time, but in cases where I could potentially be raptured, I
I
engage it.
It took me 5 years to get my atheism degree,
Uh,
but I'd say
see,
it's pretty
it's
healthy.
it's real. It's really. I was a member of the Penn and Teller fan club, as you can see, and that was enough to get me in.
What is it?
My
Say it
one of
under
my favorite
mofo.
lines, Mofo,
All right,
Mofo the psychic gorilla, um,
gotcha.
was able to read your card via fax. It was a stage show that they did. I believe they actually did it at the Moore Theater. That's where I went to see them.
I saw them at the Paramount.
Um, Wait, no, I saw them at the Paramount too. Then I guess maybe.
I don't think it
Wait,
was.
did you and
You
I
weren't
see
there
them
the
at the
day
same
I
time?
went.
Okay, then I saw Teller at the Paramount. Uh, he was reading,
Came to give a talk.
like he was talking,
Yeah,
like for real.
he talks.
Uh, did the we saw Faustus, the film, the German silent film, and he read the subtitles
Wow.
in English.
Yeah.
Like they were written in German, he read them in English, and it was great. He came out. I think I told you it's one of my favorite quotes. Uh, while God and the devil are obviously fictional, there was really a Dr. Faustus. Uh, his opening line, which is great.
Yep.
Anyway, hey, we did it, Ben. We made it.
Hey, happy 500th episode, Paul
Hi,
Goody.
happy 500th episode, and here's to 500 more, Ben. If
We'll do it.
podcasts
We can do
still
it.
exist.
10 more years. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I
Or
think
however
so too.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe if one of us moves to where the other is, again, my bet is on Chicago because eventually Seattle's going to fall into the ocean. Uh,
You're assuming I make it out of there before it
oh,
does.
you're going to be visiting somewhere else, and it's going to happen. All your stuff's going to be gone, but you'll be fine.
All my beautiful baseball cards? They're going to
Yep.
fall into the
Sorry,
ocean?
Ben.
Damn it. And I've worked so hard to collect all this worthless. It's worth something to me.
Oh,
Anyway.
you know what? You know what? Here it is, Ben. You have all the records of it.
Yeah.
What you can do is an amazing work of art. You can sell someone your entire baseball collection that is in the ocean. You can say, "Look, it's no longer mine; it's now yours." And they
Much
and they
much like a giant rock changes hands amongst a bunch of Pacific island communities.
exactly, Ben. Ben, thank you so much for coming up with a real historical version of that. And for that, Ben,
I
I
bid you
ask you to please
adieu.
keep it wrong. And how's it happening?
Keep it wrong, Paul. How's it
Talk to you
happen?
more
Talk to
later.
you next week. And bye.